All right. Good morning,
Good
Lone Star
morning,
Cowboy
everybody.
Church. Good morning, Joe. How are you this morning?
I am tired.
Why are you so tired?
Well, because I've been working on my house. I know. And you got it.
Yeah.
down the
Okay.
computer.
So we want to welcome you guys wherever you're watching from everywhere in the world.
Yes, please let us know where you're watching. So that's exciting. I love to see it because we got people from somebody was like
countries.
out of the country. It was like, oh.
So if you're watching from another country, I want to know what time is it where you're at. Like, do you set an alarm to get up to join us? Because that's kind of a big deal if you're doing that.
Yes, I think that's cool because I never know. I don't know what time it is in Arizona. I mean, no, that's not a country, is it?
No. There's certain parts of Texas that could be its own country.
Yeah.
You know. So we're excited that you guys are here. We've got a lot of great things that have been happening. We just had VBS.
Yes, that was so awesome.
It was incredibly awesome. And I think that people were like, ooh, virtual VBS, and they weren't 100% sure what to expect. So if you missed it, I encourage you, I double dog dare you, go on to the YouTube page and you can watch our YouTube channel. You can watch all 5 days.
Yes, and it's Phil and his team just knocked it out of the park.
Absolutely.
I mean, it was like this should be even on TV.
Yeah. It should.
Like Nickelodeon channel.
Yes. Okay. So basically, for you guys watching, here's what we've got going. It was a cross between Max Headroom. That's from the 80s. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah.
He was like kind of the face of MTV.
Yep.
Exactly. Okay. So you Max Headroom, you had Ralph Rex the Internet, and Jumanji.
Jumanji, yes.
And it was like those three things mixed together, and it's a virtual video game in the 80s. Where they are trying to crash into God before the internet crashes. So it was really cool. It was really cool. So
And Joby got to be a part of it. My brother, Joby.
Joby did.
I didn't get to be a part of it.
Hey, look, there's Miss Sandy. We miss you, Miss Sandy.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you know what? You were working in the heat yesterday, and I heard that you passed out.
Yes,
Is that bad that I just told the whole world? Joe passed out yesterday.
I didn't tell my wife, but now she knows because she's probably watching. Yeah, it was hot. That's why I'm so tired. I was trying to pull this up, and I wasn't like I was ignoring you, and I apologize for that. But
I forgive you.
Last 3 days, I'm trying to get this house built, and we're sitting on concrete, and it's a barn dominium, and I don't know why I did this, but it's a barn dominium, and so we had to weld all the purlins and all the C channels and getting ready for everything, and oh my goodness, it was so hot. And so 3 days from sunup to sundown yesterday, I actually was doing some other work on chainsawing, and thank goodness I put the chainsaw down.
Chainsaw. Is that the technical term? I was chainsawing.
Yeah.
Is that?
I think.
Okay. Well,
it's at least the redneck term.
I love that. Okay, so you were chainsawing.
I was chainsawing, cutting up some trees, and put the chainsaw down, and I was like, so yeah, it was very hot.
Oh, we got somebody it's 10:36 p.m. in the Philippines.
Philippines.
Wow. So you're up, it's late night, and you're joining us here this morning. We're so glad that you're with us. That's awesome. And Kirksey, Kentucky.
Is that
That's
a country?
where you're from.
No, I'm from Kansas.
Kansas. Okay.
It has a K in it, but I'm from Kansas,
same
not
thing.
Kentucky.
Okay. All right, so it was so hot. Here's what we want to know. For those of you who are trying to figure out how to maneuver through this heat, it seems like it's hotter this year than it's ever been.
For me, anyway.
It is incredibly hot. So what are you? Some people like the heat. Some people absolutely love it.
Not me.
You don't love it.
No, I'm from Kansas. I like it snowing.
Not Kentucky.
Not Kentucky. I think they snow in Kentucky. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it snows, not they snow.
Yeah, it snows. It snows for sure. Okay, so I know that the heat is not something I like, and if we're gonna have heat, it has to be like vacation.
Yes.
Vacation. Like if you're going to the beach.
And if you're from overseas, if they're watching, it's called holiday.
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 That's what we should call it, a holiday.
Holiday. I went on a holiday.
Where's that accent coming from? Okay, so if you were going to go on vacation right now, where would you go?
Me? I think my favorite vacation that I took was in Hawaii. Even though I had the flu, it was still fun. And yeah, I was sick the whole time, but it was great. And I remember me and Marcy, we went out on this boat trip. It was supposed to be, I thought I was going on this cruise with just me and her on this private boat, but it was still about 30,000 people on this boat. But they had us swimming, and I got sick, and he made me get out of the boat because I was chumming for the sharks. He's like, dude, you need to come up here. You can't do that out in the water. Sorry.
Okay. Go ahead and make a note that you don't want to go to Hawaii with Joe ever.
But
Gross.
it was great. It was fun.
Gross. Gross, Joe. Okay, so one of my favorite places is there's this city in Guatemala called Antigua. And it is
Well, you've talked about that.
Phil and I absolutely love Antigua, Guatemala. Like, it is gorgeous. I want to go to Bora Bora, and Phil's like, absolutely not, because there's nothing to do there. And I'm like, absolutely, there's something to do. You lay in your hammock this way, and after lunch, you lay in your hammock this way. Like, I think that would be the greatest thing ever. And Phil's like, well, it would be boring. So I think I'm going to have to go by myself without Phil.
I love to just hang out on the beach. That's what we did in Hawaii. I'm like,
well, but
I don't
you
want to
threw
do
up the
nothing.
whole time.
Not the whole time, but at least when we were out on the boat.
Gross. Okay, so we have, don't get on a plane or boat with Joe's wall. True story.
Who was that?
That's Sarah. She said,
Thanks, Sarah.
Joe does not like to fly.
But I'm going to get over it. God has given me, I hate to fly. If God wanted me to fly, he would have gave me wings, and he did not.
That's hysterical. You have to drug Joe before you get on a plane.
To. And it's funny because I take these little things that they give dogs because it's supposed to be good for it, and it doesn't work. My wife turned me onto that, and it doesn't work. It just doesn't.
Maybe that's why you were throwing up in Hawaii, because you're taking dog medicine.
I was supposed to take 10 drops before we got on the plane to Hawaii, and after about 30 drops, Marcy's like, I think you need to stop. I'm like, this thing ain't working.
Okay, so vacation, you would go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Where's another place that you've been that maybe it was more amazing than you thought it would be? Where do you guys like to vacation? Like,
yeah, let us know.
Everybody's wanting to vacation right now.
Yes,
it's like we want a vacation from staying at home.
Staying at home, yeah, and getting out and social distancing somewhere. You need that Bora Bora trip.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, Phil, if you're watching, we need Bora Bora. Okay.
Yes.
So where do you guys like to go? You need sleep, water, and it helps a bunch. Yes, it does. That's what you need. Lots of water. Not dog medicine.
Sleep. I don't know if they're talking about the heat, but yes, sleep and water. I drank a case of water yesterday and it still didn't work, so I don't know.
Okay, so where would you go if you could go anywhere? Or no, you already said that. Where have you been that you were like, wow, that was absolutely so much better than I thought it would be?
Well, I'm not going to tell you where it was, but it was in a bed and breakfast in a place that I was like, my wife's like, we're going to this place. And I'm like, what? There's nothing there. There's nothing. Why am I going to stay in a bed and breakfast in a town that's like nothing there? And it ended up being, I was like, this is kind of cool. And it was amazing.
Oh, look. Bahamas, absolutely.
Oh,
and the Mays said they go to Rockport. We love the Mays. Man,
Rockport,
I love
I've been to Rockport once.
They fish. Oh, have you kept up with them? The Mays are fishing people, man.
Yes.
They fish all the time.
Yeah, I didn't like Rockport when I went, but I think there was a tropical storm.
Okay.
Yeah, it was not fun. I got sick on that boat too.
I think if I like to travel, I would like to go anywhere. We did a trip. It was actually a missions trip in Wisconsin one time, and it was absolutely the worst trip of my life. And so, like, I would be okay if I never went to Wisconsin again.
Black Hills, that's where I want to go.
South Dakota, yes.
I've heard so good things about Black Hills. And I love the mountain. We went to
Vienna,
Colorado.
Austria. Yes, please. I would love to go to Vienna, Austria.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Oh, no, Vienna.
Not Vienna sausage.
No,
Vienna, Austria.
Where do they have the boats? Where you have the streets of Italy?
That's Italy. Yeah.
Venice, Italy.
Venice?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, yeah.
I've been hanging around my brother Joby too long.
So I wouldn't go to Wisconsin.
I would. Yeah, tell us why.
It was horrible.
It was that.
No,
horrible.
we're not going into all that. It was horrible. We had all those kids. It was absolutely, like, I almost quit ministry over this trip. It was bad. It was bad. So today, let's not talk about Wisconsin anymore. Today, we've got an amazing message coming from Pastor Jason.
Yes.
Very amazing. Such a good message.
Yes.
Let me go ahead and throw Pastor Jason under the bus real quick.
Okay.
I've been drinking all these smoothies, and I put a lot of the chia seeds in it. And we had a meeting the other day, and I didn't know that I had like 30,000 chia seeds in my teeth. And he sat there and just talked to me and was just like, yeah, what's up? And I get up and I go to the bathroom and I look in the mirror and they're all in my teeth. And I text him, I was like, dude, why didn't you tell me? He's like, I didn't see him. And I'm like, how could you? I look like I had like meth teeth. They were like all blacked. It was horrible. It was horrible. So Pastor Jason is an incredible person, but if you think he's going to let you know if you've got something in your teeth, he's not the guy to depend on, for sure.
Yeah, I would tell you.
Well,
I would tell you if you even had a bat in the cave.
If you had a what?
Bat in the cave.
What is? Oh, is that
Yes.
in your nose? What is
Yeah.
with you this morning?
I told you I'm tired.
A bat in
I'm
the
sun
cave. I'm
heated.
like, Batman. What are we talking about? Okay. Oh, Mount Rushmore. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
You know what? I think I would too.
I'm thinking, I've seen pictures, never been there, but I'm like, how do those guys chisel that out of that big mountain? I mean, they with their hands.
Okay, do you remember years ago when they had those motorized chairs and they were telling people you can go anywhere in these, and they were like running through hover-rounds?
Yeah.
And they did their commercial by the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
That used to freak me out because I'm like, what if they're just getting used to this chair and they think they hit reverse and then all of a sudden it's like, well, there goes Betty. You know, it's like, that stressed me out so bad. Every time I saw that commercial, I was like, we don't need to take hover-rounds to the Grand Canyon.
No, my mother-in-law had one and she never used it because it
Because
didn't
of those
hover
commercials?
Well, that and she ran into all the doors. Boom, I can't get around the house, and
So if you can't get around your house, you're not going to maneuver through the Grand Canyon very well.
No.
I mean, I've never been on one of those amazing little chairs, but I'm assuming.
Yes, that it's, I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Norway, Iceland.
I would like, it's cold there.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool.
I would love, you like kilts.
Yes, I love kilts.
Joe would
And
wear
I
a
wanna
kilt
learn how
every
to play
day
the
if he
bagpipe.
could. And that's really weird. And I'm super glad that Pastor Randy doesn't let
He
him
won't
wear
let me.
a kilt every
I
day.
did it once at our Christmas party thing.
And
he's
you
like,
changed. I think
Well, 'cause
somebody
he-
told you to change.
Because Pastor Randy looked at, what are you wearing?
Why are you wearing a dress?
I'm changing.
He's like, what is Joe wearing?
Why
I was
are
like,
you in a
okay,
dress?
Pastor Randy for president for that one. That's hysterical.
He's like, I don't like your knees. I'm like, okay, I'll go put jeans on.
Oh, that's so awesome. So
Before we get
awesome.
off of here.
Okay, this person wants to go to Tennessee or Israel. That is
That's two
amazing.
different
like,
places.
let's go
That's
to
like-
Tennessee and or Israel. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Marcy
amazing.
just came back from Tennessee. She had a good time.
Always soak your chia seeds in water until they swell. Well, they were swollen in my teeth, and it was horrible.
That was good. She come in the office. She's like, Jason. She was so mad at him.
Like,
I'm
why
talking
didn't you
this
tell
whole
me? It's
It was
hysterical.
good. But before we get off of here, if any of you guys are available September 27th, we're doing, men's ministry is still going to do our Shooter's Day Camp. So I want you guys to be a part of that. Anybody. Now, when I say
Anybody or just
anybody,
men?
No, anybody over the age of 18.
Okay.
Men, women, and you guys get on LoneStar.tv, get on the men's page, and it has all the information. right there.
Awesome. Well, we're going to have an amazing service today. Like I said,
Yes.
Pastor Jason has an incredible word.
And yes, they need to get on. I think he has some visuals. I like doing visuals.
Okay, I want to encourage you guys, jump online again, join Pastor Jason and the rest of us here as we have an amazing time in worshiping God and just digging in the Word.
It's been
really
fun with
good.
you guys. I like this.
I do too. I would do this, or you could grow a chia pet. Thank you, Pastor
Yes.
Rob. It's like,
yes.
okay.
Hey, I had a chia pet once.
I had
They're
one
fun.
that the Bob Ross, where you grew his hair. The painter Bob Ross.
Yeah. Oh,
it
yeah.
was pretty
I
cool.
had one that was a turtle, and I'm like, why do I have a chia pet with a turtle? They don't grow hair. That was weird.
Oh, this is hysterical. All right, so that being said, we love you guys. We miss you guys. We're so thankful that you're part of our church family all over the world. Have an incredible. Sunday.
Amen.